Just take these sharpish edges off of everything, even over here on the sides also. Don't want anything that sharp. This is butternut. Just round this over here all the way, because and I'm going to do one of these smiley guys here. Just mark off the hat and the eye area. Put a big smile on his face. The eyes and ears, top of the brow should be about the same. Top of the ears. Sideburns, they can be as long as you want. Right. So I like to give the hat a little bit of unevenness. And then his eyes will be about right here, and that's the top of his ears also. And I'll keep this in the camera. Round this hat off. Here a little bit, both sides. Of course, you want to strap your knife up good, because this is the end grain up here. And I just follow this line around here with a stop cut. That's the bottom rim of the hat. Right there. Right there. Can do this with a knife. Make a stop cut and cut up to it. Or you can take a V-tool. It speeds things up a little bit. Use a nice sharp V-tool and a knife. You can pretty much carve it. This whole thing. And so this will be the top of his hat. A little, a little wavy looking rim on it. Separate that from the dome. Start to see a hat there. Alright, you could lay these over also, you know, you can get your depth here. Quarter-inch V-tool. Good for this roughing out part. This all can be done with just a knife if you felt like it. So these are where the ears are, tops of the ears. And the bottom of the ears. So you can take and figure right below the bottom of the ears is the nose, the bottom of the nose also. So if this is going to be his eyes, I'm going to bring them down a little bit like that. And the bottom of his nose. And just draw that in there, roughly. And get this nose out here. And give it a little shape here with this V-tool. And let's draw in these sideburns, big old long sideburns like Elvis. Keep this first line close to the ear, so you need room here for your ear. And bring her down like that. So, starting to see it. So I'm going to take a, separate these sideburns. So you can see where your face is. Where you have room for your face. Okay. And I like to dish these eyes out a little bit here. I use this gouge for that. So that's where your eyes are going to go. Down here you got this smile line on each side. And he's going to have a big old smile. So you're going to need a mound here for that. Going to need a mound down here underneath the nose. This butternut's been laying around the shop for over a year. Bought it at the Renegade roundup 2 roundups ago. 2 more roundups ago. Let me get up there. I'll just bring this nose in a little bit there. This nose kind of angles up from the center, up a little bit that way, on each side. Give that a little shape. And the hat brim, I like to be out a little bit. So we got to take and set that back a little bit. Do it with a V-tool. Lay it over and keep those sideburns proud. Lay this over on the side. Just only take it from the face side. Of the sideburns. Starting to work for you. You can make these any face you want on these corner carvings like that. You pick it. Put any kind of hat on them. Just going to cut this down a little bit so we can carve a hat band on there. Just a little. Something like that. Separate that with a V-tool also. Kind of lay the V-tool that way a little bit because I want that band to have some shape to it. round this off like that so you can see this brim. Can see that hat there. Okay, so this is going to be your ears out this side, outside the sideburns there. Let's separate them before I wind up cutting them off. Done that before. And leave the sideburns. Lean it over this way, lean your V-tool this way. And you can see that ear there. His nose, a little bit of shape here. Leave a wing down there on each side. Cut this back. I like to have that hat hanging over his nose a little bit. Just to give this face some depth there where it goes up in the hat. Do a little plunge cut there and there, and take that chip out. And do this on both sides. See what I'm saying? There. Okay. So, you got his hat separated, you got his sideburns separated, and his ears there. Moving right along. You can put a big old mustache on them and a coonskin hat if you want. You can carve anything you want on these corner carvings. Any size you want. So here on the end of the nose, let's we could shape that a little bit just by taking that chip out right there on both sides. Here's a little bit of shape and shape it on up a little bit. I usually carve big noses. You can carve them any size you want. We're just going to do a little stop cut there. take out for his cheek. You want to leave his cheek in here from here to there on both sides. Moving right along here. Can kind of round them over a little bit. Better if you can lean your carving on something. I'm leaning it on my light box here to stabilize it, or the workbench, and use both your stabilize with your thumb and push with the other one, or use it as a cantilever. That's safer that way. And you can take this little skinny V tool, deepen this nose here a little bit. And that smile line's gonna go wide for the big smile like that. To be wide out here. But it comes down from the side of the nose there. Come on. You want to smile. You want a smile that's going to come from, say here to here. And then from there, going to come on down here and go that way. And you make it as big or as small as you like. Be something like this. Make those teeth big. See what I'm saying? This mouth, I like to start over here in the corner with a plunge cut, and take that chip out of there. Gives it a little bit of depth in that corner, and the same over here. And plunge it down in there. And take that chip out there, and that gives you your starting point. And go around about across the top here, maybe about 1/8 of an inch deep. Carve up to it. Stop cut. Stop cuts are how most carving is done. That I do anyway. Or make a stop cut and carve to it. So now we do the same thing around here. We can just take this around, make this stop cut, good 1/8 of an inch, and then you don't have to take all that out at one time. Just go around and carve down to it. Leave the just down here on the bottom, because you're gonna, these teeth are gonna be separated in the middle. Just kind of take that little sliver out. Take a look at it. Give yourself a little depth under this bottom lip. Take this up to the top lip. Sorry about that. Getting off of the, getting out of the camera there. Okay. Just clean this up and make it nice and a nice neat mound there. Make sure you got your depth all the way around the mouth. And you can make the teeth go straight across or on a slant. This is kind of on a slant here. For the top teeth, top tooth will be there, and then these there, and this there, like that, and the bottom teeth go like that. I'll do the same thing over here in this corner. I'll just make it like a plunge cut here. I'll cut this out. Kind of a deep cut right there. And then just stop cut straight across. And separate these teeth. Carve up to it. Carve up to it, and do the plunge cut thing here on these bottom teeth. Take a chip out, plunge cut there, take a chip out. Starting to look like a mouth now. These bottom teeth, I want them under the top teeth. Starting to look like a big old smile. And I'll make a stop cut right here, especially at the top of each one of these top teeth where they meet, and then carve up to it there. Carve up to it here. Give them a little, or you can just go like make a straight cut up and carve down to your stop cut. That's probably even better for this. And like that. Like that. And like that. These corners are going back. Like that. See how you give them as much depth as they need to look, to get the look. And keep carefully playing with it until you get it to look real good. And then he actually take a little cut out of the bottom here, and that gives him his lip, bottom lip. Like that. So it looks like a lip. You take some of this off here to make that stick out a little. Got plenty of wood on this. Got plenty of wood there. You got like almost an inch of wood. So, just round this off, just take the slightest amount that you can off of this top lip to start off with. Same down here. And you gotta watch the grain, because the grain will get you. Figure out which way it's gonna go. Maybe just round this over this bottom lip. Let's keep a little brush here handy for help to clean them out a little bit. Just give these teeth some depth here up on the top where they go under the lip. Same as this here. So I'm going to make a stop cut across the bottom again and just give it a little bit of a round over there. And now we'll do the same on the bottom teeth as the top. Make a little stop cut. You can actually just go all the way across. Okay, this here, and this here. Separate these teeth. I may use a burning tool on them later on to, and I may not. This butternut, I'm going to have to see how it comes out. But you can see a face there. Can accentuate this model line a little bit here so you can see it better. See what I'm saying? Starting to look like a happy dude. I use the same technique to do my dogs too. Instead of sideburns, he's got ears. And the bunnies. They all wear a hat, similar hat, and got long ears. So you can take this little skinny V-tool and clean this out a little bit on the edges. If it's not coming out clean like this. So, can separate those teeth on the bottom with it also. It's starting to look more like a go over them. Okay, it'd be a little hard to see because it's butternut. I think you can see it better than the basswood I usually carve with. That looks white. Just stick this hair up under this hat. You want it to be, I don't want it to be out there too far on the brim. And these ears, you just take a little V cut here and separate them from sideburns. Both sides. Carve up. Take the V tool out. Carve. That way, already got one here. If you carve straight in there, you usually wind up with a funny looking ear. And then just kind of slant it into the sideburns. Leave the outside. Leave all the wood on the outside. Just shave it towards the inside here. That's starting to look like or this bridge of this nose down to want to leave a mound here for these eyes. And cheeks. I like to carve all around the carving. Whatever you carve on this side, carve on that side. Using your right hand, carve this left side first so you don't have to. If you carve this first, then you're over here and you can't see the right side. If you're carving left-handed, do it the opposite. This gouge here from Flex Cut, it's good for, give this nose a little bit of shape. Leave that wing. Gives a little bit of shape there. It's up a little well here for preparation for the eye. Something like that. He's starting to look like it's a little hard to see in the light here. But he's got a hat, he's got ears, he's got a nose and a mouth. He needs some eyes. Okay, let's take this little skinny V-tool and just go around your whole carving here. And, you know, I'm going to do some of this off camera, but you get the idea here. Just deepen your cuts. Don't make them no wider, just make them deeper. Also go around the whole carving. I'm going to do that off camera, but think about what design you would like to carve on one. Alrighty, I don't know if you can see this that well, but that's going to be the top eyelid, and I do the stab cut thing there too. Cut that out. This eye has got to go in at the nose. And just kind of take a sliver out of there. Like that. That gives you, that's your top eyelid, an eyebrow up there. Do the same on this side. As you see what I was saying about carving the left one first. Now you can see Try to duplicate them. And do a little plunge cut and cut that chip out. Whoops, see, that's what happens up there. You got to be very careful. Chipped out there. So kind of slant this up. Gonna have to take that deeper on account of that chip out. This, what you need is a little mound there. I'm trying to get here without chipping it out too bad. I guess this side here is where that eye is going to go up into there. Try to keep it about the same here. They don't have to be exactly the same. No two eyes are exactly the same, but okay, we're going to do a little stop cut thing on that also. Then just take that little sliver out of there. Do that. Kind of shape this up a little bit. And we'll cut that in there, and that gives him a little lower eye there. That makes it look more like an eye. Do the plunge thing again. Get down underneath of that. On each side. Just got to be very careful with these eyelids because they're thin and they will chip out on you. So it's better to take little chips here out of the corners. For me it is anyway. Can you see these eyes? And now he's got eyes up on top. I can flatten that out a little bit and give yourself a little bit for eyebrow here. Just take a little scoop out like that. Leave yourself an eyebrow. Room for eyebrow there. And you went on around, take all the sharp edges off of everything. I don't want any sharp edges or any straight lines. Straight lines kinda. Takes away from a carving. And so this is the brim here. And this is the hat band, and we'll probably take a little bit out of the top of that hat, over top of that hat band, like that. So I'll use this underneath of his chin to make that. Make his lip more pronounced. Oop, chip it out. Okay. Okay, it's got basically the face on here, so you can go around this and just kind of clean up all your cuts and put some hair here with a V tool. Try to make it sweep out like that. Turn the tool as you're doing that. So you want to give it a little sweeping thing there. Separate that ear a little bit more. Whoop. So if it starts digging in, turn around. You don't want to rip the ear off after you did all this work. So let's take some of his this is all going up under the hat. His hat has to be, you know, his head's going up into the crown of the hat. I'm going to give him a little more brim. He's getting there. Some of this carving I'm doing off camera because it's easier for me to hold it up to my chest and do it. But but trying to give you, like right here on the side of the nose, you can do another plunge cut in there and take that chip out. Gives that nose a little depth. Do that on both sides. See that nose a little better. And separate that cheek a little bit. That helps the nose stick out more. I also like to take a, let me make a little stop cut underneath here. And take this one and give him a little bit of nostril there. And nostril there. Of course I dug in there a little bit, so I'll clean that up. That gives him a little bit of shape, and then you can shape it more here. Down here, this lip. Just kind of make a stop cut, carve up to it. Keep going over this, you know, even after this video is over, you want to keep going over it and deepen in any place, deepen in any cut you can deepen, and just cleaning it up in general. And you got some take some of this off of here so you can see those sideburns. Oh, I want them to stick out a little bit. Something like that. And take a little stop cut out of here. Now be careful here, because you can stab right through that little piece and right into your hand. So you gotta be careful there. I'll just give him a little shape. And like I said, keep going over it. I use this little radial disc. Helps clean it up. Don't have a lot of power, but you can get in and get some of those little chips that are left in here. You can go over the eyes without danger of it tearing it up, because it has very little power with it. Just this light sanding. I'm going to lightly paint this maybe in another video, but what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to squirt this with some water so you can see how this butternut look just if you just finish it with clear finish. Now you can see it. I'm going to put some paint on the teeth and the eyes and the hair, but try to do it as lightly as possible. Light coat of paint. So there you go. You can carve any of these the same way. Make his sideburns the dog's ears and eliminate his ears, and you see what I'm saying. You can see what I'm saying. All these are done the same way. Happy carving.